So why should we really care about Social Security being there for us? Well, today in our financial freedom video, we are going to talk about the various events that Social Security plays in our life journey, so stay locked in. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, Certified Financial Planner and President and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea Graves, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. And we want to thank you for tuning in to our Retirement Education Concepts videos. These videos were created to help to make the difficult and confusing retirement process simple.
Yes, because with so many retirement strategies out there and so many retirement concepts, and of course with so many retirement products, it can become very difficult for consumers to digest it all. That's why we are so fortunate that we work with a team of expert advisors to help us build a financial roadmap that will let our clients know when, where, and how they can reach their retirement goals.
For additional concepts on how to maximize your retirement, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. So Carson, we often look at Social Security as this neat little benefit that we can take at age 62, our full retirement age, or age 70, but you see it as more than that, right?
I do, because there are so many events in our life that Social Security can actually assist us with. And so that is what I'm going to highlight today as I take us on our life journey and show you the major role that Social Security will actually play in that life journey. But before we get into that, there are two rules to retirement income that I want to give you first. And Andrea, what are those two rules?
Well, rule number one is to never run out of money, and rule number two is to never forget rule number one.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the role that Social Security will play in our life journey if you're able to qualify for it.
Now, Carson, Social Security, in your point of view, is much more than a retirement program, but it's a program that can help every American, indirectly or directly, right?
It sure is, because when you're talking about Social Security, over the years, it has really allowed millions of people, Andrea, to retire with some sort of dignity. Now, as we start our life journey and how Social Security will play a major role in it, I always want to start with the first place where you're probably going to meet up with Social Security, and that's if you start working for an employer who's going to be taken out for those benefits. If you are working for an employer who's taken out for Social Security benefits, you will soon see on your paycheck a little thing known as FICA taxes. When you're talking about FICA taxes, they're going to be taking out 6.2% of your income to start your role into paying into Social Security benefits, along with an additional 1.45% for Medicare. So you're going to have a total of 7.65% deducted from your income, as Social Security is starting to play a major role in helping you along the way to be able to retire with some sort of dignity. Now, as you continue to work, if you get to the point to where you have at least 40 credits in which you earn 4 credits per year, so if you are able to work for an employer for approximately 10 years, you would have fit the bill to have qualified for Social Security benefits. As I mentioned, you need a total of 40 credits. But once you do have those credits, you are able to now lock in forever the ability to retire and have some sort of assistance along the way throughout your retirement years.
Now, Carson, what about Social Security disability or survivor's benefits? Is that a separate part of Social Security benefits that we pay for?
You know, that's a very good question, and some people might be confused about that as well. But that is absolutely not a separate benefit that you pay for when you start your journey into paying for Social Security benefits or paying into the system. We know, unfortunately, that 1 out of 4 Americans in their 20s will become disabled before they retire. That is an alarming statistic, but that is the truth. 1 out of 4. So it's very important to understand that as you go along in your life journey and you become disabled, Social Security would have been there for you. Now, typically, you will need 40 credits to qualify for Social Security disability, but that really depends on your age. A person in their 20s would only need a total of 6 credits in order to have some sort of Social Security disability in which they can rely on to provide some sort of income to help that particular person in their life journey. Now, Andrea, you also mentioned survivor benefits. And another positive thing about Social Security, in an unfortunate situation like losing a loved one, it will also be there for you, and it's not a separate benefit that you have to pay into. The loss of a loved one can be dramatic in and of itself, but it's great to know that if you've qualified for Social Security benefits, your loved ones will not have to suffer or miss out on those benefits. So once you've actually got into the club of qualifying for Social Security and you do pass away, where there are people in your entire household that can benefit from those Social Security payments. One, if you are the surviving spouse, you will be able to qualify for the deceased spouse Social Security benefits if you've actually obtained the age of 60 or age 50 if you're disabled. Two, if you are the surviving spouse, Andrea, and you're taking care of a child that's under the age of 16, you can qualify for those benefits at any age. So you can be 35 years old, believe it or not, and still be able to receive benefits off of that surviving spouse record, and your young children will be able to receive benefits also. Now, once those kids reach the age of 16, you as a surviving spouse will not receive any more benefits until you reach the appropriate age of 60. But the kids will continue to receive those benefits until the age of 19 if they're still a full-time student. So you're still reaping the benefits of that surviving spouse for the kids. Another person who will qualify for those benefits is a surviving divorced spouse as well. If you were married to the ex-spouse that passed away for 10 years or longer, you would then, as a ex-surviving spouse, qualify to receive survivor's benefits. Now, one element that I do want to make note of that you should be aware of if you are an ex-surviving spouse and are planning to receive benefits from someone who's passed away, you could not have remarried before the age of 60 in order to receive those benefits. If you remarried before the age of 60, you would no longer qualify for the ex-survivor's benefits. After the age of 60, you can still qualify for those survivor's benefits, even if you have remarried.
Now, Carson, I spoke with a coworker before, and they were a surviving spouse, and they received a lump sum death payment. Is that something that we need to be aware of?
You know, it is something that people should be aware of. I don't talk about it a lot because it's such a small lump sum death payment that you will receive from Social Security benefits. It's $255, Andrea. And so it's not something that I typically point out. I know it's kind of like the old adage of something is better than nothing, but I'm not so sure about that when it comes to that lump sum payment. You know, it just goes to say Social Security can do a lot of great things for you when it comes to income, but it doesn't do all of your planning, right? So you have to make sure that you're speaking with a financial advisor to make sure that there is no gap in your life insurance planning when it comes to someone passing away too soon. So it's critically important that you understand that Social Security, yes, it can help supplement income, but it is not a death benefit to rely on. You need to have the proper amount of life insurance coverage to make sure that your family is going to be completely okay if you were to pass away too soon.
So Carson, you've taken us through a life journey of Social Security benefits. You started with getting our first job, if we become disabled, or if we lose a loved one. Now, what about if we retire? You know, this is the Retirement Education Center, so what about that part?
Of course, you know I wouldn't miss the retirement party, right? Yeah, Social Security is often thought about in the terms of retirement benefits, Andrew. We all know that. And for good reasons, right? Because it has absolutely helped millions of people avoid the state of poverty if they did not have adequate savings for retirement. And so one of the things that's really alarming is to understand how much people do rely on Social Security benefits for their retirement income. Studies show that 52% rely on Social Security benefits, Andrew, for 50% of their retirement income. Another 34% rely on Social Security benefits for 75% of their income. And believe it or not, a whopping 26% of individuals out there rely on Social Security for 90% of their income. So it goes without saying that Social Security is a major factor in helping people to retire with dignity.
So Carson, what is the moral of this video?
I would say that the moral of this video, Andrew, is that Social Security has been there for us for over 87 years now. And although it has gone through many changes, it has been a lifeline for millions of Americans. Now, I understand that there's been a lot of discussions about Social Security not being there, and there's been many discussions about Social Security benefits being cut. But the moral of this story should be that we should understand the value that Social Security play in everybody's lives that actually qualify for it, and that we should always fight to keep it.
Now, Carson, this was extremely helpful, so thank you for your insight on this topic, and thank you for watching. And if you felt this information was beneficial, please like this video and share with others.
Please understand that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and your own attorney regarding your personal situation. Also, if you are looking for an independent fiduciary advisor, we highly recommend that you utilize the links in our description below and go ahead and schedule a 1-hour free consultation with us today.
After this video, please check out our other videos that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers.